Yeah, this is a Civil War story. My great-grandfather was born in Georgia, but his father had come down from Virginia. He was a doctor. And my great-grandfather was born in the 1820s. When the Civil War began, before it began even, he was opposed to slavery. He was against the war, and he was against the people who got us into the war. And so when he was at the point where he had to make a choice, the Confederates are going to get him, or he had to get away from there. And he got away. He joined the Union Army, and he was in the cavalry, the 1st Alabama Cavalry, and he was under Sherman. Sherman was his commander. And 2 of them came home. They just went AWOL. They were homesick, and so they came home. And of course, everything was rural in those days, and this was in the mountains. It's even rural today.
Oh, I bet.
And came home to visit, and without permission, AWOL as they call it now, and one day somebody rode up and said, the Home Guard is coming. And they said they hated the Home Guard more than they did the Yankees, because they would get their crops, their cattle, anything they needed, and do worse things than that. So they had to do something with these boys, so that they wouldn't get them. So one of my grandfather's aunts, he said she was pale and sickly looking. So there was an entrance to the attic from one of the rooms, and there was a bed in there. And so the boys got up into the attic, and they put his aunt on the bed, and then they took tallow and wiped tallow all over her face, and then they poured water on her face so it would look like she was sweating. And they came up, and
Just a little bit of theater.
yeah, it's theatrical, yeah. The Home Guard wanted to come in and inspect the house, and they said, well, that's all right, but we've got a woman in here who's dying, and we sent out for the doctor already. And I think in those days, well, they always called the doctor when somebody was dying. Hopefully he could save them, but anyway, they said, we got this woman in there that's dying, and I hope you don't catch whatever she's got. So they went to the door, they looked in, and they saw her there, and so they got out of there pretty fast. And the boys got away. I think they returned to camp afterwards. I'm pretty sure they did, because they could get away with it only so long.
So you must have been really young when your grandfather told you that.
I was fascinated, and he had a lot of stories, but I didn't know what to say. I didn't know enough to ask him questions.
Oh, sure. But you remembered the story.
Yeah, oh yeah.